Hello and welcome back to another video on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. And first and foremost, I would like to welcome the most beautiful person who I actually call a friend now. We've become very close in the last few weeks. The beautiful Claire Hocking has decided to join me today. Now, she doesn't do many videos like this, but you may remember she jumped onto our screens on Instagram about 6-8 weeks ago now. And my goodness, did it go off.
Hello everybody, Sweary Claire.
I think it is fair to say that you made a huge impact on so many lives when you did that video, Claire. And just as a recap to anybody who may not have seen the video before, you were sat in your car, you had a hat on, and you just ranted for about 7-8 minutes. But there was such a beautiful, clear message, and quite frankly, the attention it created speaks volumes. You were so heart-driven speaking it. You dropped the F-bomb, which we all loved. You spoke about a few really key messages in there, and everybody, or a lot of people, resonated with you because you came out of nowhere and you just, boom, you dropped a message that the world needed to hear. So first and foremost, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, babe, honestly, the world needs more people speaking their truth. You know,
well, I find that sweary people do tend to speak the truth because they're not bothered about what other people think. They're just there to be honest. So, but I'm really grateful to meet you, and I'm glad Charlie introduced me to you because I trust him implicitly, and he's just a legend, isn't he? He's just a legend. But I have to say, I'd like to be able to think that anybody that's coming on board now from my side of things, I'd like to try and help you with by opening the gates up to get your areas that you're going to do, help you with that. So you tell me how I can help you.
Yeah, you're amazing. Thank you. I am so grateful. And just so everybody knows, Claire, myself and Charlie, with a few other people as well. I'm not going to name names right now because they'll come out of the woodwork when they're ready to, but you know, we are collaborating. We are creating conscious collaboration so that we can, you know, create global initiatives. This is not just for the UK. This is not just for Spain, where Charlie is based. Obviously, Claire and I are in the UK, but this is going to be creating global initiatives, creating abundance so that we can help things like the program that I am running, which is called Little Beams, which is about the rescue, the healing centres, the rehabilitation that a lot of you have been hearing a lot about. So Claire is somebody who is going to be working like this with me on these initiatives. Like literally, we are going to be working so closely together, and obviously with Charlie as well. So just before we go any further, Claire, obviously off the back of your incredible little video that you shared, I think it probably went out on Facebook, but I'm not on there because I'm banned. And then
rebel.
I know. I'm owning it, mate. I'm owning it. I am a rebel. I'm the original.
Now you know that's one of the things you say, that how many bans you've been banned on Facebook, because if it's more than 10, then you are one badass bitch.
Well, I've only ever had one ban, but they literally will not let me back.
Oh, you're a proper motherfucker then, aren't you?
Mate, honestly, I am the original. I am the original one out there.
Jack Kit can't get back on. When he used to say to me when we were originally on the original group, he used to say to me, "Oh, I've been banned again." I was thinking, what do I need to do to get fucking banned? I was putting posts on and nobody's banning me. I'm thinking, am I cloaked to something?
Well, I got banned for all of the work that I was doing with the children. So as you know, I was speaking, I was one of the founders of Freedom for the Children UK. I was speaking at all the protests, and I got taken out. I got my voice shut down, which has actually happened in many lifetimes previously, because I'm always campaigning.
You know something? I never see that. That's good PR. You don't get bad PR. And the thing is, the only weapon that the dark can use on us is locking us down. All it does, it makes it go viral. Exactly. So I bring it on. It makes me feel horny, actually, when that happens.
I make you horny, baby.
I am a Christian, but if anybody slates me or comes onto my wall and starts slagging me off, I'm like, oh my God, that's like foreplay. Bring it fucking on, baby. It's awful, isn't it? I am a Christian, guys, but you know, when you get a bit older, you have to use your foreplay where you're going to get it. And mine is when you get some motherfuckers trying to be nasty to me. I'm like, get me all I call them co-ops, not psyops. When they bring all these co-ops on my wall, I'm like, bring them fucking on. I love it. Sorry, I'll let you
I have not laughed so much as I have done in the last week, because we've been able to have really honest, open conversations, haven't we, in the last week particularly, and I have not laughed so much in ages, so thank you for
One
that.
guy said to me the other day, I swore that much on one of the things, having a go about something that's wrong with the system. He sent me a message, he put a kiss, he said, do you think you could have got another couple of F's in there? And I went, you're probably effing right, yeah, I could have done. Shouldn't swear, but...
No, listen, I think it's good for healing the throat chakra. I think it actually helps us, to be honest with you. And all of my listeners will know I drop it like it's hot too. So, you know, every now and again, I'll be really passionate about something. So they're used to it.
This woman, I won't go on any further, but this woman had come on the group saying she was talking about sex. And she said, I'm a Christian. And I went, yeah, and are you saying because you're a Christian you don't have sex? So, because if that is the case, oh my God. The point of Christianity is to be in love and have a wonderful sexual relationship with somebody, and it's just pure love. So anybody that's holding the Bible, you know, it's not about that. It's about reading your scriptures and understanding what love's all about. And I've only come into it latterly, but I'm going to tell anybody now, if you get into spiritualism or Christianity or whatever religion you want, you're going to find your sex life's going to go fucking through the roof. I'm telling you.
Now there's a sales pitch. She's good at PR, this one. She's good
Job done. And it's a free membership, baby. Free.
I love that. Talking of free memberships, Claire has a group on Telegram called The Great British Bird. So if you want to join The Great British Bird in her group, please do head over there now and send a request in. I believe you've got some questions that people have to answer as they join, Claire.
Yeah, and it's clean questions.
Yes. There's nothing naughty. You don't need to share your sex life or anything like that. It's
what position's your favourite? None of that.
to check that you are a real person and that you've got intention. So
it's because then we know, because we've got people on our group now, which is great. The group's really loving and caring, and it's anybody that's got a problem or wants to talk, we're there. And I keep my replies on the group. I'll also reply to people privately, because some guy said, well, why do you not want to do that? And I said, because I want to know someone's there at the other end of the phone, which is what you and I were talking about. We've got to make sure there's someone at the end of the phone that you don't have to make an appointment to see. Humanity is about just being there for each other, and you don't need a qualification for that. You just need to be able to be on the phone or on the other end of the text message. And I'm telling you, there's the feeling it gives somebody when you answer something and they go, thank you for replying. I'll go, no, thank you for asking me.
Absolutely. And Claire, let's be honest, like that's how we connected. You know, that's how we connected. Charlie's brought us much closer together, but that's how we connected. I messaged you and was like, I loved your video. That was absolutely amazing. And then there was something in your group, and I don't know, I made a comment or something, and that was it. Me and you, we've been
soul sisters, don't we? Plus, you just get me when I say things that are really rude. It's like having a best friend that goes, oh.
Oh, she's very cute.
And then what happens is you make me say it more, because I'm like, oh, she thinks I'm great, I'm going to be rude. I'm going to be even ruder.
I've got permission, I can keep going.
As you know, I've taught you a couple of good phrases already.
I know, and I love them. And it's so interesting that there's a couple of things you say that I say, and I'm like, oh my God, I've literally found my soul sister. And that is the whole point of what's going on right now. And I think that's leading us really nicely into what we want to speak about, which is very much, this is about conscious collaborations. Okay, now what I mean by that is Claire is going to help me in a massive way. She already has done more than she could even know. Create this empire of initiatives around the world that we can help heal humanity. That includes the children. I'm not just talking about like the adult humans. I'm talking about humanity generally. All of the systems, absolutely everything. And the way that Claire and I have been thrown together, because we've literally we've been thrown together. The reason we are able to work together, and Amelia is another person, I know I've spoken to you about Amelia, and I will introduce you girls. The reason women like us can come together right now, and people, let's not just make it about sexes, there's people that are coming together like us now, is because we've gone, this isn't about me. This is about bigger picture. This is about the future generations. This is about a job. And I love it. Both me and you speak exactly the same on it. This is a job. We are here to change the world. We are not here for our own gratification.
No. That seems to me one of the biggest issues I have at the moment with it. Shows when you're dealing with the dark side, because anybody that's ever slated me, and it's getting a lot less, mind you, I have said to them, I've replied to them and said, look, if it's money that's the problem and that's why you're doing psyops jobs to slate me, I'll give you a job. I'll give you a job in one of my property companies, whatever. I said, but please don't grow up. Don't let your kids grow up knowing that you were on the wrong side of the track, because you'll never ever be able to look them in the face in the future. And I understand that the system's been damaged so much that people are working for the wrong people rather than the right people. But it doesn't have to be that way anymore. We need to all come together, humanity, and pull together, because people are frightened, and they don't need to be, because we're the strongest thing that could ever be. Your heart and your soul is so strong that everybody is so powerful. And the people that are coming out the woodwork to me now, some of these guys are like military guys from Iraq that have rebuilt countries and stuff and had £50 billion contracts. And they're like, Claire, I saw your photograph, wanted to call you and all that. The first thing he said to me was, I have to say, I think your hat's nice. I said, well, you would say that. I've just looked at your post, you're military. I said, you're green. I said, of course you're going to fucking like the green hat. It's like, if I thought that video was going viral, would I fucking wear that hat? Wore that hat. I would have put a bloody Gucci dress on or something fucking lovely. I
wouldn't have gone viral then.
Like a knobhead.
No, but that's what I love about you, is that you are so real and authentic. You've recognised that you've got a purpose here. You've recognised you've got a mission here, but you've also recognised that you can't do it on your own. You know, like I keep saying, Claire, we're shoulder to shoulder on this, and Claire's like, nah, I'm behind you on this, you know. And
yeah,
like,
I don't want to be shoulder to shoulder. I'm shoulder to shoulder in battle with anybody in humanity, but I don't want the limelight on this, because the reason being is I've got other projects that I'm doing for children and stuff as well behind the scenes, and you know, we're wanting to take this further the next 5 years, and we will want to go after these paedophiles, all the ones that have gone through the cracks. And there's a bit of a Lara Croft in me. She's there. I'm going to dig deep and get the boots on and everything. I'm going after these motherfuckers. They're not going to hide. But what I want to do is be here for you. And if I can help channel all these amazing people that have come to me through to you, and you put them into areas of excellence where they can help, what can be wrong with that?
The world is going to change very, very quickly. I've got goosebumps. I feel like I'm going to get all emotional.
Don't cry. I cried yesterday.
Oh, mate. Seriously, I can't stop crying at the moment, especially when I talk about this, because there is so much pain on the planet. There is so much pain all around the world. And, you know, when I hear you saying certain things, I'm like, yeah, like, I just know that is what we're here to do. We're here to cleanse. We're here to help heal the world from what people believe is right and normal. And we were speaking before offline, you know, obviously we were talking about ego and stuff like that, and I'll come on to that in a minute, but we were talking offline about some scenarios that have been going on in the background and that we've got awareness of. And it's really time to get this stuff stamped out. It's not okay to put your head in the sand anymore and say, well, it's not happening to me, so because it may happen to your future children, it may happen to your family, it may happen to somebody that you love. So really right now we must come together, we must collaborate, we must love each other.
What's your position on darkness? Because I have an issue with all my life, I've always gone through life I felt that if I did good things to someone, I don't know how it feels like this, but it's like somebody put light inside me and it lights all my veins up. That's the only feeling I can get from doing a good deed. But it's just wonderful to know that you can change somebody's stars and make their life better. And the problem I have is that I'm not talking about the Bible when I say this so much, but I am a Christian. But what I am saying is, I think there's a lot of people that are getting this wrong, and they're thinking that they're not going to get found out for what they are, and they're trying to run with new causes. But I don't know what your interpretation of that is.
I think you've absolutely nailed it. I feel that there is, because I don't really think, I feel everything as you know. I feel that there are a lot of people that are coming out of the woodwork right now that are like, oh shit, I've done some bad stuff in the past. I need to cling on to something which is going to cleanse. And that's all good and well. You can become more conscious, you can become more aware, but you must be doing the work internally. Because what I'm recognizing, and I actually had a lady pop up in my group just today.
Oh, right.
And, you know, she was creating a divide There was a division that she was trying to create.
Does she know who you work for?
No.
Fuck me.
And that,
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry.
And that's the interesting.
Wow.
That's the interesting thing, is when people say things like, "I'm working with this person, and who are you," kind of thing. Listen, it's ego with me. I don't need to explain who I am. I've never explained who I am to anybody because I just don't need to. However,
well, no, but there's a panel and you're on it, so I'm amazed that if she did know who you were, or whoever this person is that said that, they would know who you are.
Yeah,
because you're on that panel. So,
it's but this is what we're seeing. We're seeing threads of darkness come up in people, and it tends to be around ego. It tends to be around, hey, hang on a minute, no, this is my job. And maybe in that person's mind, they may feel that it is their job. However, we have a collaboration of people all coming together to do this stuff. And I'll be honest with you, anyone's welcome to come on this journey with us.
But you would accept anybody shoulder to shoulder with you.
As long as you're of the
You
light.
said to me, when I said I would help you, and you said, well, I want you with me. And I went, no, I want to be behind you. I'll be with you always, but I'm behind you. And if anyone else came to you and said, I've got an idea in the UK or in Spain or anything, and we need to collaborate all these ideas together. And if they want to stand side to side with you, that's possible, because you're the most unegotistical person I've ever met. But the difference is that God or anybody will know when somebody's trying to be prideful.
Absolutely.
It won't work. They won't get through. This is going to be just like the monetary system. There's one person giving the decision at the end of the day. So all these med beds of everything, it won't go through for the people that are prideful. It won't happen. They'll fail at the last hurdle.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what is so important, is that everybody is coming along on this journey, everybody that chooses the right side. If you are choosing to work for the dark, or if you are choosing to create divides and stuff, you've got to really take a look at yourself and ask yourself, where is this coming from? And I guarantee you it will be coming from some wound of the divine feminine or the divine masculine that you picked up as a child, and you are projecting that forwards. We do not need ego. We have been driven by ego for the last 26,000 years.
That's what's killed us.
Yes, exactly.
But anybody doesn't get this, or if they haven't got kids, they might not get it anyway. I don't mean it in awful. I'm not giving that as an umbrella. But what I'm saying is, when you have children, you understand about, for me, I used to be a bit of a club girl and all the rest of it, and partying and cream. When I had Baden, I changed my life completely, because it was just like this ultimate love I had for him. It was pure. It must be, because nobody gets me out of the bed in the morning to make breakfast in bed for anybody unless it's fucking pure. I'm telling you. And obviously he does. And he texts me, can I have one of those special coffees, mummy? So, it's very manipulative for an 18-year-old. And even now I adore him. But going back to it, I think that what's going to come about is the fact that a lot of these dark people, the people that have got darkness in them, I genuinely think they don't know some of them have got it in them. They've just run with life, and life's thrown them some shit because it's darkness, and they've got resilient and got together. So I suppose when somebody's phoning you, or possibly they might not know they're being dark, but darkness is things like pridefulness and ego. All those things, it's all the same bullshit. It's what we've got to stop, and we have to talk. We, don't we? All of us. And have enough faith in you to go, hey, I want to help you, but because I love the way you are. And would you mind? I know you want me with you, but I don't need to be with you, because I'm with you in my heart. I just want to stand behind you, and I'll bring anything I can do to the table, because there's many, many people like me, and we all want to be collectively. If people truly love, they don't want to get seen for what they don't need to. This was your cause because you knew it needed doing, and I found you, and you found me, because we've connected in the right way. And it's out of being greedy.
Yeah, we know that we are on the mission that's going to change the world. And to anybody listening, you might be thinking, oh, well, these two chicks are just going to be running the show. No, it's not going to be us running the show. We are part of a community that are pulling this together. And I am one of the lucky people that have the skills from my past roles in this lifetime that can create the programs, create the projects, break it down, allocate where people need to be, create communities to bring people in. And Claire's strength is having amazing contacts and amazing impact where she can help bring in the funding and the stuff that is going to help us support this mission, because without it, we're not going to achieve.
No, and I'm hoping that, I mean, that's why I said to you, it's a bit of a conveyor belt, this is. We've got the children, we've got all the issues going on, we've got other people that have got problems in the world, and everything I'd like to think we can channel it through, and then it goes out to different divisions. So anybody who wants to open these healing centres, we need an umbrella, I think, over all this, which is how you were saying it. And then we literally can give them all they need when they need help, instead of them going off individually. So that means they collectively get to run everything which is just about healing and mending, and we get the funding for them, which is at no cost to us, because the organisations I work with and my business contacts, which are like FTSE companies, 500, those are the companies we want to go after to say, would you be donors for branches? And then individually, let's say if a company phones you up and says, right, well, I've got a healing centre in wherever, Cirencester, that's fine. We will make sure we're advertising that these people funded for you. We've got you this donor, and it could be anything. It could be Vodafone. It could be, I'm not saying it is. I'm just hypothetically. It could be anything. But that means that they're donating to you. I've also got people that own very big global companies that are to do with properties globally, and they've said to me they've got homes in St. Moritz and all over the world. And what they would do is, instead of donating money each year, sometimes they might give us 4 of their very large houses, which some of them are 18 to 20 bedrooms. So what we can do is say, right, we're going to take the ex-veterans there for 6 months of the year, and we're going to teach them new skill sets, and we're going to help them, because it's all right having healing beds, but what we've not got is we need to rebuild. We need to teach someone how to fish for themselves. There's no point giving someone a fishing rod, and we've got to show them how to do the lot.
I totally agree. And so I love that you've just brought that up, actually, Claire, because I am massively passionate about teaching people how to, have a sustainable existence. Teach them how to grow their own food, how to fish, how to, because we have got so detached from that, and we are being poisoned, we are being polluted. Everything we're doing, breathing the fresh air, drinking the tap water, every step of the way.
Just what you've just said then, one of the guys that's military that's come on to me, he's one of his best friends is in he's in Texas at the moment, I think, but he's got a company in France, but he has been blocked by the corral for 26 years. He has got a water purifying system that can get rid of oil out of everybody's water. Wow. And he couldn't get the patent out globally because the cabal are stopping it in all the countries because the poisonous with water. This system's there, and he wants to be part of our collective organisation. Now, I know this is happening, and I know we've got them on board. And that when I said to you, I'm asking everybody around the world that's got these things that they know that they can help me with, and I want to feed it all to you, because there's a place for it all.
Yeah.
And we can make this work.
Yeah.
Everybody else should be able to have their own water, even a borehole or whatever you want to call it. It's so possible.
I agree. I totally agree. And I hope that this is giving some of you watching this some hope. We're not leaving any stone unturned. And, if you do have things that you would like to be considered, or maybe, whatever it is, maybe you've got cases that you would love us to look at or whatever, please do drop us an email. We are going to, in the description below, I'm going to pop an email address, and you can send us an email and keep in touch with us. We're not going to put your names on a list or anything like that. We might do something like that in the future, but right now, if you want to drop us an email, you are welcome to drop us an email at the address below. And like I say, you can share cases, or you can share things that you want to do, and between us we will have a look at them. Maybe you are somebody in military or something and you just want to offer your services or something, and there is going to be enough for everybody involved in this, literally everybody.
Am I right in saying we both agree that anybody comes on to you or I now, it is not working under me or you, it is working with us together, and it's everybody's light shining. We are all light shining. It's a collective of where we're going to be with this. And also we mentioned, we were going to mention about solicitors and barristers and stuff like that. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we're pulling, I've actually got a group on Telegram called Little Beams. Again, I'll pop the links below, and I'll pop all the links to get hold of Claire below as well. In that Little Beams group, please do not join if you want to spam links. It's literally a case of action takers. So I've called the initiative Little Beams, which is the rescue, the healing centres and the rehabilitation. There will be more than that under this global initiative brand. However, just what I'm doing at the moment is called Little Beams. And if you are somebody who wants to take action, please, please, please join us in that group. We have got doctors, we have got psychologists, you name it, we've got it all going on in there. However, one thing that we are really looking forward what we need right now to help our mission is barristers and people in the legal world that can help us, you know, take certain cases regarding children or whatever to court, to be almost like the new legal system when we go into what we are creating for these initiatives, because it is so important. People are going to need to be retrained.
Could I make one point when you're saying that? I'm sorry for jumping in, but one of the cases, I've got 14 cases at the moment. One of the cases that I know at the moment that I've got, which has been given to me, and she's very happy for me to talk publicly about it, but I won't today, is it's as bad as the baby P case. It's a rape case that's been going on with 2 children in this services. Obviously, they've been in care, and it's been admitted they're in care and all that, but it's been dropped. The case is being hidden. The social services are putting walls up. There's just blocks, and this case has gone on for 3 years, and the solicitors in question are still claiming funding for that case legally, but they're not actually doing any work to it. So I'm looking for some woman or man, but I want somebody with the biggest balls ever, like me. I want somebody to come out the woodwork and say, do you know what, Claire, I'll fucking take these bastards on. And I'm telling you, you will not believe that the light will be shining on you, not because you're a good woman or a good man, because the future is going to go this way. And I will tell you now, if with or without anybody else's help, I will be uncovering all these cases. If I have got one last breath in my body, I will do so. And that's the difference. When you go into battle with someone like me, you've got to remember, I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I will be taking these people down. So I'm saying I'm going to draw a sand line, and I'm looking for solicitors and barristers to come on board with me that I will take forward to where we're going to with the new legal system, of which you'll be heading it. If you want to stay back and you don't want to be part of the cause, that's fine. But don't blame me when the shit goes, because it will go tits up this. It will do. I'm sorry for using these phrases, but I'm not you.
We don't need you to be me, and we like you to be authentic, so it's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's so interesting, you know, and I shared this with you offline. Obviously, I worked with a barrister last year, and I know she'd be perfect. I need to connect you girls. Basically, I need to connect you girls. But anybody out there, please, 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 if you are like, oh my goodness, this is speaking my soul language, this is the mission that I've been after, please do use the details below. You can contact either of us. We will, you know, listen, we will check you out, you know, let's be honest about it, we will get you checked out and whatever, but we are ready to take this to the next level. We truly are ready to do it. And, you know, go on.
Again, jump in, even if you're men, by the way, that you've suffered from abuse. We've got military guys that are coming on to me, military guys, SAS guys that contacted me in the night last night that are happy to come on board, and they have obviously been trained in discussing things with other military lads that have come from the same background. These are some of these lads, the best people in the military that are working in the SAS, they've usually come from run backgrounds, you know, or broken backgrounds. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the case that, you know, they're resilient. Some of these lads have been abused in children's homes and stuff. So what I'm saying is we're all out there, and we're all out there to help you. And we've got military guys wanting to help you, and it's all going to come through you. And we like guys in a bit of green, don't we? You can't be a bit of green.
Oh, we do like a bit of green. I've even got a green Karma t-shirt on today just because I knew we were going to be talking about green.
I did not bring my green beret today. And I've been told, by the way, as well, by these guys, they said I'm not allowed to use green beret. So, because obviously it would be a piss take to the green beret. So I've got to call myself the green bobble hat girl, which fucking doesn't really sound very good, does it? Not exactly the green bobble hat chick. It's not really.
I absolutely love it. One thing that I would just like to say to everybody is, please hear what we are saying, and I mean truly hear it in yourselves. There are people out there that you do not know in the military, in the legal systems, in the medical systems, in the education system, that are really fighting for you. please know that we don't know everybody, but trust me, I am fighting for each and every one of you, for your freedom, for your choices, for you to have the best outcome of your life possible. Claire is exactly the same. She is a warrior. Like, honestly, my soul recognizes her warrior because it's so similar. Like, we are fighting for you to have everything that you know in your heart that you deserve. Yeah.
They deserve it. No human on this planet deserves to struggle. There's no need for it. There's more than enough money and there's more than enough land. People need to be given land in areas and migrated. If they've got no money and they're living on the streets, they need to be given money to be able to set up, like we used to do in America, lots of land where they can build a lodge. And they can grow their own food and sustainability. And these are all the areas we're looking into for the future, which are all on the table.
Yeah.
The world can be, well, not can be, the world's going to be bright. It's just whether you've got the balls to come along now where we came from, which we've come from the beginning of it. You've come far way back before me. But, you know, it's all there. So don't wait till the end game to do it. And then your kids can go, you know, make your kids know you're a hero now. Be the fucking hero. Do it now.
Absolutely. And like we've said a number of times, and you know, Claire, I'm so grateful to you for your passion. I'm so grateful that you agreed to come on and do this, because she kept saying, I ain't doing no bloody videos, I ain't doing no bloody videos. And I'm like,
you'd be beeping all the way through it, wouldn't you? Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, we don't block out swear words on here, my love. You're just going to be the way that you are.
I got my finger on YouTube list today, and it said, will it be for children or over 18s? So easy one, over 18. Have swear words in it. Yes.
I love it so much. So Claire, just to wrap up then, you know, anybody is welcome on this mission. You know, we are looking for other light workers, starseeds, to come with us on this mission. You know, everybody is welcome. Have you got any last messages for people?
I promise, after all this is done, if you save the planet with us all, I will give up swearing for Lent. It's going to take a fucking lot, baby. Because I love it. When I say that word, it makes me feel warm and tingly. Well, it's a word that you can use in everything, aren't you? You know, it's one word that says so many things. And don't anybody say it doesn't, because it does, doesn't it?
It does. I tell you what, I am so looking forward to the time when all of the darkness, you know, because it is going to dissipate completely. You know, as we're going into higher vibrational frequencies, we're not going to see things like we do today. And I am so excited for that. I can't wait to sit down and literally just roar with laughter with you, Claire. And I'm sure many other people around the world are looking forward to that as well. Guys, we have got this. We have got this. We are doing it. I promise you, nothing is going to stop it. It is time.
Do you know one thing though, love? When as soon as Charlie gives the old go ahead, which is what we know with the money thing, everyone's going to wake up then.
Yeah.
They'll wake up, because that'll be it. I mean, we know what's going on, but we're not allowed to say yet. So when that happens, you're going to just go boom, and it'll all come on then. It's going to be like a freight train, isn't it? And then all our jobs are to protect the ones that are struggling with it, because nobody's stupid. All they've done is everybody on this planet that did things that the government told them to do thought it was because they're good citizens. And there's nothing wrong with being a good person, but you've got to also find your own path, haven't you? If it doesn't feel right in there, it means usually it's a load of bollocks.
Exactly. So ladies and gents, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this today. Claire, my beautiful soul sister, thank you for your time and your love and your effort and your F-bombs. I miss them.
Kept the old cup empty today. There's only about £10 worth in there. The old swear mug.
I love it so much. Everyone, please do comment below. Please do remember to hit subscribe. If you would like to see Claire back soon, I'm proposing that we do these weekly. If you would like to see Claire each and every week, comment below and we will make sure that that happens. Guys, thank you so much. Claire, once again, thank you so much. I'm just going to press record, stop recording. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.